live. Going into the video. Okay, I can hear you again.
Cool.
Hi everyone watching the stream. I'm going to introduce this fine gentleman. I need to get up my little piece of paper that I was going to use to interview him. That I was, yeah, I didn't bring it up like I should have.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for inviting me on the show, by the way. On the stream.
I'm more honored than you are. So, there you go. Okay, ready. Here we go. I'm going to do this wonderful thing. People are going to be... I probably will embarrass you, but that's the point.
That's fine. I'm always up for a challenge.
Okay, I want to welcome my special guest, a fish and chip grilling master, graphics card
Wow.
repair extraordinaire, worked with game masterpieces like King of Fighters 13, Steam Edition, and The Tomorrow Children, which I've never heard of, helped me make the Xbox Kinect the staple it is today, and one of the select few who knows way, way too much about the aerodynamics of goats, and finally community manager and vehicle guru of Satisfactory, Jace VARLET. How you going, Jace?
Oh wow, thank you. I'm going great. That's probably the most amazing introduction I've ever had in my entire life. You've been reading up on me, I see.
Okay, so just so you know, in the beginning, I was trying to read up on you. Do you know how many websites in the entire web have anything to do with you? 3.
No, I don't.
There's just 3.
Oh really?
There's Coffee Stain Studio, the actual place you work, Twitter. Because you're very active on Twitter, and then your LinkedIn, which is where I got everything else.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But was the fish and chips thing in my LinkedIn?
Yeah, it was in your LinkedIn.
Oh.
You were saying that you are better at making fish and chips than you are at your actual job. It says right there.
That's true. That's true. That's actually completely true.
Which of course goes to my first question, because you have to start questions off on an interview with really good. Mm-hmm. By the way, hi everyone. I will try to get to you guys shortly. I don't even see how many people are watching me. I'm doing that on purpose. But the big question, because I started off with a big bang, is when making fish and chips, what fish do you use?
Which fish? All right. Well, the one that I worked at, there was a bunch of different fish you could have. You could have cod, you could have Nile perch, sea perch, barramundi. That's an Australian fish, I believe. Flake, which is actually shark. I think those are the ones that you could choose from.
Now, if
I would often either get. I like flake, the shark, and then also just the cod, the regular cod.
Okay, so if you were all of a sudden now outed at work, and they're like, "Hey, welcome back to work. Make us some fish and chips," what would you go buy?
It's let me see. I can't remember the Swedish word is I think torsk, which is I think cod. Yeah, it's cod. So I'd get them cod.
Awesome, fantastic. Oh my good. Okay, so you're watching me on Twitch. Hi.
I'm on Twitch. Where should I be?
No. It's fine. You can watch me on either one.
I'll go to the YouTube.
I have 5 people watching me on YouTube right now, and you watching me on Twitch.
I'm gonna go to YouTube. All right. Oh, Simon's here. Hello, Simon.
So let's get. I'm doing a few on you first, because everyone I've ever seen an interview of you, no one actually talks about you, and I like to know about the people I'm interviewing. So another question I have for you is, how many languages do you speak?
I mean, I hardly speak English because I'm Australian. But then I also don't speak. I speak Swedish and Japanese, but I don't speak them like that great. I worked in Japanese while I lived in Japan, so I could get by there. I sounded like a 5-year-old, but it worked. And then in Sweden, I probably speak. My Swedish is probably better than my Japanese, but I'm too scared to speak it. That's the main issue with me there. But yeah, so kind of Swedish, kind of Japanese, and then Australian English.
Okay, so in the studio, do you guys just all speak English? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's mostly English. The Swedish people generally speak Swedish amongst themselves. But there's a lot of foreigners there now. I think it's like 5 Dutch people, a German, an American, me. There's a British guy now as well. So, and not everyone knows Swedish. So like English is the main language, but there's way more Swedes than everyone else. So they speak Swedish amongst themselves, of course. Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. So I heard that there's a big debacle about you and plaid shirts. Are you trying to take everybody and have everyone join the plaid shirt?
No, on the contrary. So it's the flannel. It's the flannel shirts, right?
Flannel. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. And the contrary, I want to defeat everyone else who wears flannel. They are like they must recognize me as the one true bisexual. It is a stereotype of bisexual people to wear flannel. So that's so flannel is my passion, man. You know. But no, I think it looks good, and I like it on other people as well. I think, yeah, it's the thing of mine.
Awesome. Okay, fantastic.
Often
How's
when I
your?
go shopping when I go like shopping, I'm like, I'm gonna be adventurous today. I'm gonna go and buy something that isn't flannel. It's gonna be like something out of my comfort zone. This is literally the last time I went there, and I said this to myself, and I walked out with 2 red flannels. Now I have 4 red flannels.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. So I
Yeah.
know a big thing people who follow you on Twitter is how is your graphics card doing?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I installed it what Sunday? Yeah, and it hasn't died yet, so that's 2 full days. So I'll take that as a small win for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll finish up on you and me. By the way, so what
Hmm.
was your reaction when you actually my dumb fell going numb when you started talking to me when I actually realized who you are last week?
Yeah. Um, my reaction to you when you realized, is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
when I realized. I'm just curious.
Um, yeah, I mean it's fine. Like I do that every now and then with people just to sort of see what they think of the game, and I try not to let them know who I am. Um, it's really funny because sometimes they shit on the game, and I think that's great. Um, and then so I've had that experience with some people when they find out and they get a little bit shocked, um, and that's fine. You know, I'm just glad you play the game. It
Awesome.
just means to me, it just says to me that you're invested. You like the game. You like the company. So.
I do. And then finally, did I do a good preview? My commercial, the thing I came out
Oh
with
yeah.
yesterday. Did you actually watch it?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I thought it was it was funny, and I loved the character and everything as well. I'm scared. I'm bad at doing characters like that. So that's up to you there. I watched that and I'm like,
I did it for when I did
it's
my
flawless.
charity stream, and I was like, I'll just use the same character.
No, okay. Well, he's a
Okay,
charming man.
so I was going to have a whole bunch of stuff about Update 3, but before I can get to Update 3, you guys just released something several hours ago. So
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't even been able to look at it because I was off shopping. But according to my notes, here, let me get my notes back up on my phone. That is, um, there's a few things you have going, and according to people's notes, there's two big things going on. One, it's running a lot smoother. For most people, they're getting more
Okay.
FPSs, and that seems to be a great thing. And they're loving the new
Oh,
redesign of what was it, the manufacturer.
yep,
It
yep.
seems to be doing good there. Trains seem to be broken,
Cool.
just so you guys know about that.
I'm sure someone knows about it.
I'm sure that somebody somewhere has told them several times. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so it looks like only thing that they've added, make sure all the languages are up and running. That looks like that's
Yep,
awesome. And
yep.
fixed a few things with geysers and not running on conveyor belts, which is I'd have to say is a good thing.
Hmm.
Um, and I did see a picture of the manufacturer. I don't have it set up here because it was on my phone, but it looks really good. Whoever did the models for
Hmm.
that. So let's get into update
So,
3.
yep.
um, for the first thing is everyone really wants to know, but me mostly. Did you really think about pipes for 1 hour? Because that was the most Mr. Beast, awesome, epic thing I've ever seen someone do.
I'm surprised at how well received it was. Like when I began, we had 400 viewers, and then I turned everything off and I put everything away so I wouldn't be distracted for the hour. Um, and then like when the hour was over, I went back and I was like, there's got to be like 200 people now or 100 people. Like everyone, and it was double. It was 800 people. I shit my pants. So like that was very weird. As for whether or not I was thinking of pipes, I mean, no.
But here's the
I
thing.
mean, what
What
am I?
were you going?
Yeah.
Okay, should I churn it now? No, I'm not going to churn it yet. Should I do something else with
Yeah.
the pipe? No.
Well, so the thing is, I had nothing planned. Like even the whole pipe thing. Like I forgot that it was there. My intention was to sit there and do nothing. Someone pointed out that the pipe was there before I started. I was like, oh yeah, that's there. And so, I mean, I had a lot of time on my hands. So I thought about, oh, I could bring that thing in now. And then I started thinking of funny things I can do with it. And then I started planning at which time intervals I should do what to spread out the fun. So like I was pretty entertained just thinking about what funny things I could do and when I should do them. I'm like, no, that's really good. I'll do it at 5 minutes remaining. This one will be at 12 minutes remaining. So, yeah, so that was pretty fun.
Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. I do have to say your cyber wagon looked really good. I loved the cracks
Thank you.
on the windows.
Yes.
They were really good.
Yes. Yes.
So if you did want to bring it into the game, you probably need to change the tires to actually be round. But, other than that.
Why? Did you think it didn't run well? I thought it looked
I'm
really
thinking
great.
that if it was really practical, it shouldn't move at all. Or go. Just.
I think we should just delete it. Yeah, so we came into the office, and obviously the whole Cybertruck thing happened, and so everyone was just cracking jokes about it. And before you knew it, Simon was already modeling it. It was just like, I'm making this now. I'm making it right now. And then one of our programmers was like, we got to put it in the game now. So then we got the animator and like, you're gonna have to rig it once he's done modeling it. So in just a couple hours, it was modeled, rigged, implemented in the game, and then I went and filmed it and edited it. I think I finished editing it about 15 minutes before the stream. So, so yeah, it was just this funny thing that we just did, like an impromptu thing. It was good.
That's awesome. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
So, do you have your order for one? Are you gonna get one?
Yeah, later, soon. I'll do it later.
I do have to say, because I'm a big Star Wars fan. You
Yep.
put a few Empire symbols on there and paint it black, and if you've seen anything Empire ways, they're all like no curves. It would look good.
So I've seen like 2.5 Star Wars movies, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Just classic ones. Just make sure you watch the classic ones. You'll be okay in my book.
Okay. The first
Okay.
one I watched was episode 1, by the way. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You can't, it's I'll hold it against you, but not,
I had a troubled childhood,
Well, that works. Okay, so is there anything you can release from me, note-wise that I could have on my particular video that no one else has for Update 3?
Yeah, see, this is the hard thing when people want to interview me because they, obviously you want to
This
get
is
like
the only time I'm trying, by the way.
a nice little nugget of something, but it feels bad. Like I'd love to, but I don't know. I'm just thinking right now if there's anything I can say. I really don't think there is, like outside of bug fixes and optimizations, and I mean there's going to be rebalancing, but in what way is it going to be rebalanced? I can't say. Like all I can say is like I think the game is going to change a lot. I think the early game is going to change a lot.
So you're saying that when Update 3 comes out, January, February, I should start all over from scratch because I'd have the best experience that way.
I think so, but also because of technical reasons, the save compatibilities are going to be a little iffy. Some folks may still be able to continue their factories, but they're going to have to refactor a lot. So a lot of people may just have to start again, but at the same time, like seriously, yeah, it might actually be a good idea to start again because we think that maybe it's going to be a nice different experience. Yeah, the game's going to change a little, so it's gonna be good.
Awesome, fantastic. Okay, so I did see I watched a whole bunch of stuff on people talking to you over the course of the last year or so. I need to make sure I know what I'm going against. And my favorite suggestion they gave you, and I just want to see if there's an update for it, is the number of days without incident signed that I thought was just brilliant.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that one.
I mean, I went through and I went, okay, signage, because that's something I would love to see in the game, and I don't know what you guys are working on, But I went out and just looked at the signage you could put in the game, like high voltage signing, no smoking signs. This way, caution, wet floor. All kinds of like wonderful signs that you would see now, which would be hilarious in the game because you're the only one there.
That's actually that's actually a really good idea, and it may work with something that's coming in update 3. So I think that's really good. The days of that incident, I mean, that's just perfect. It's honestly just so perfect. It should just be in the hub, like on a monitor or something like that, something.
Even if it's just inside the actual hub itself on one of those monitors, perfect.
Yeah. It's actually so good. But as for the other little signs you were talking about, I think that's really funny. I like the slippery when wet. That's pretty good.
Or even better, here's my favorite sign so far. Caution, this sign has sharp edges.
Yeah, that's the thing you gotta be afraid of. Cool.
Okay, so I want to get in. I don't know how long you have. You never ever told me how much you're gonna let me interview.
I'll say about an hour or something.
Yeah. I have a few of my suggestions, and I wanted to get your feedback because I heard you sit there. The first thing I have to say, which was the one I suggested last week, and you were like, interesting. I don't even know what that is. Is a dirigible. Have you figured out what a dirigible is yet?
I didn't Google it, but I understood you when you said it. Seems cool. But the thing is, when you told me about it, the thing that went into my head immediately was that, that manta?
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like just gotta like strap a little cargo thingy on him and then be like, go!
Somehow get him so that you can control him after a while instead of him doing his own little thing?
Plant a little chip in his brain and be like, do my bidding.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Basically my idea was, just for everyone who didn't watch the last week's stream, was it's like a very small blimp. Basically.
Yeah.
And it'll let you get from point A to point B directly without having to go over stuff. So I don't know. It's a better looking thing than the Fortnite bus.
Well, here's the thing. Here's a nugget of information for update 3 for you. There will be something addressing that in update 3.
That would be good.
Of that sort of long distance travel or something like that. So that's something exciting to look forward to.
I love it. A partial thing is good for me. Here's my big suggestion for you that will help my sorting building immensely. So in your auto sorters, you updated them, and I mean you did a really good job. So now you can get it so that if it doesn't go right or left, whatever you have set there, it can go straight. But unfortunately, it treats it as another output. So it'll be like right forward, right forward, right forward. If you have like straight being anything and right being like iron. So you'd have to set it to not go through so everything would go right. I would love to see an overflow setting. So I want you to go this way if you're iron, but if I can't go this way, then go this way.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's I'll ask someone, or that's the only thing I can really say there.
That right now is the biggest suggestion I have. It's the one thing that will make my life the biggest. Everything else I have are like stupid little things like
just make a note there.
Awesome. I actually might change the game for the better. This is awesome. Okay, no. The other thing that I get from everyone who watches my show when I'm doing Satisfactory is having a way of getting jetpack and your running shoes at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you do something. An exoskeleton where you put them all together into one big thing.
Yeah.
Or an extra body slot. I don't care. I know you're going to be thinking about it and have been thinking about it, so...
Yeah, it's been requested a bajillion times. So like a lot of people are, a lot of people want it. As for whether we'll do it or not, I actually don't know any sort of progress or decision on that. But of course, it's just going to come down to our designers in the end, whether they think it's a good idea or not, or if they have some game balance reason for not allowing that to happen. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It sounds fine to me. We'll see what they say, but
Okay.
yeah.
You see here. Do you know if there's any talk about having additional cars for the train? I don't care. Just like
Additional, like different kinds.
yeah, like different kind. Dining car.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Caboose.
There have been talks. Yeah, there have been talks about that.
Um.
There were talks of like carts where it's just more or less some kind of passenger cart. Um, so like multiple people can just jump in there and you drive around or whatever. One idea I had was a disco carriage. So like you
Awesome.
look in the window and there's like lights and the person's just like dancing in there. Um, but I don't know what's happening with that. I haven't heard anything about that in a while.
You can even do one where you just have giant lights that just shine out, and you can see the thing going around with this
Yeah.
huge light at night. I think that'd be
Because,
cool.
cause, yeah, because I could, oh man, especially the disco one with the colors like changing. Because I can imagine seeing YouTube videos of folks that are going to be like, all right, I'm making a train. It doesn't carry anything but the funk. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And then, as you say, like at nighttime, coming over a mountain, it's just like disco shit going on. That's pretty good.
Lovely. Okay, so I know I'm asking a lot from you, and I'm doing stuff. I keep seeing, every once in a while I would have an idea and I'd write it down, but it would always be in a different section. I didn't actually organize this, by the way.
That's right.
So the other thing I have here was walls. Something I
Mhm.
saw, like I use the walls that have the conveyor slots for organization all the time. I mean, I have them everywhere, inside,
Yeah.
outside. They don't really connect to anything. They're just there for organization. I would love to see it. So let's say, for example, you have the wall with the three slots. I would love to
Hmm.
have one with each slot, just one. So just the left slot, just the right slot.
Oh, so it's like, oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, I have a
We
picture.
don't
Let me
have
see
that.
here. So where's my email again? I actually made a picture to help you out.
Whoa. Was it made in paint?
It actually was made in I have it in paint right now, but I made it in I'm gonna cover your face. I apologize.
Eh.
So
Don't worry. Everyone's thanking you for it.
but like, okay, so you see here, if you're watching on the stream when it finally comes up, you have the three things, but you can have two of the images, just the right one, just the left one, just the right one with a door on the left side, things like that, so that you're able to um, organize a little bit better. I always have those three ones everywhere, and I would only use the left slot because in this particular situation, the left slot
Uh,
would needed to be used, and I was like, but it's so excess. I have to need to want to use the other two slots, but I have no reason
yeah.
to.
I think that's a good idea.
Especially the
Just
ones where
send
you
me.
have one slot and a door,
Oh yeah, yeah,
so you have
yeah.
like a
Send
small
me
building. Go ahead.
send me that image. I can run it by some
Okay.
folks.
I
We'll
just
see what
did.
they think.
I took it and published. I think it was in Publisher. I made it. I made it real quick in Publisher and then made a JPEG out of it so that I can send it to
Yeah,
myself because I don't have Publisher on my
that's cool.
computer. Um. Okay, so that was the only other thing I can think of. If guys want to start in my stream, I don't know how many people are watching me right now. Um. Actually,
I
I
don't
have
know
eight
either.
people. I have 8 people. That's the most I've ever
8
had.
people?
It's awesome. Um.
Whoa.
So all of you guys need to do me two favors. One, if you have any questions for Jace right now, start writing them in the comments. Number two, I have 3 likes and 7 people watching. I need 7 likes and 7 people watching.
Wait, that one of those was not me. There we are.
Good, yeah.
There we
They're all
are.
they're all leaving now. Ah, put them on the spot.
No.
Okay, here we go. We have
Oh,
one.
yeah. No,
Um,
I don't see it.
more people want times resource sinks to trade it in certain things for other things. Like his
Okay.
suggestion was 1,000 frames for a hard drive. Um, I don't know. So basically I'm guessing a fix it store. They want to be able to have a
Right,
fix it
right.
store where you you find whatever it is they want, and they'll trade you for something you do want.
So like some kind of like currency or something you get, and you can like so you like resource sync and get monies or something, and then you go to the store.
Either that, or they'll be like,
Or
okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I will give you this really cool bauble, and from the getting this bauble, I'm sorry, but I need 600,000 screws because
right, right.
I collect them and I love them.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
this is me spitballing off the top of my head.
You're doing it. But I think that's something that we've heavily considered, for sure. Something along those lines.
Here,
So
another
I think it's a good
suggestion.
suggestion.
Another suggestion they have are mix and match IO, mix and match wall IO. I don't know what that means. Fortress, you're gonna have. I don't know.
Output. Could you just clarify what you mean there?
So Fortress, you need to clarify on mix and match wall IO peeps and products. I don't know what that means. Anyone else have any suggestions? And thank you guys. I'm up to 6 likes. I love it.
Whoa, 6 likes.
Oh no, for a minute. I'm just.
Y'all are champions.
Oh, Justin would love for you to use your editing skills and make a teaser trailer. So I'm thinking you could possibly find something new that you can enter the game and maybe show a corner of it, like
right.
really zoomed up so that only you see the little screw, but they'd be able to try to figure out what it's for.
Well, I think the current plan is we're putting together like a big teaser thingy, not a teaser, a trailer for when it comes out, right? But that's not what Justin's asking. But the other plan is something that I like to do is I like to drip feed content. So like before the game came out, we would do these like feature highlights showcasing how the conveyor belts would work, or we have a day-night cycle showcasing how that works. So with update 3, I do have plans to do the same kind of thing where I'm going to be like, here's a new feature, or here's something that you don't know what it is, but it's like a nice kind of like beauty shot of this weird object or something, and
I love it.
You don't know what it does, but it's a teaser, right? So I'm definitely I really think that we're going to be teasing some stuff. We already have plans for that kind of thing. I think it's really important to do that, and it's super cool and exciting for like me and everyone at the office to do it as well. So yeah, we'll probably do it kind of like that. Not like a big trailer that teases a bunch of stuff, but small.
Well, Justin says it doesn't have to be visual, so you can get a sound for one of the machines and then play it.
Yeah, sure. That's always one
this
method.
Particular machine goes ka-chunk.
Yeah, but like the feature highlights, like where we're highlighting maybe a building or something like that. That it's not necessarily hard to make. It's not. None of this is a matter of time or effort. It's the thing right now is like there's one thing we could make, and if we did it right now, like that's cool. But then we couldn't do anything else for like 3 weeks, and there's like this weird gap. Also, if we just waited 2 weeks with this thing that we want to do, it's going to be like 300% better than it would be if we made it now. So we're in that zone right now, and so we're going to drip feed content, and I think visual is good. The main reason we stick with visual things, and one of the biggest reasons we use video, is because we have a big YouTube audience, and when we give information or anything like that out, we want it to go on all of our platforms, and YouTube is a really significant one for us. And the only way to get it out to our YouTube audience is to make videos. So we do like to do visual things to tease stuff, but it's gonna come. We're gonna put out some good stuff and get you all curious and get some conspiracy theories going and get people hyped.
Love it. Okay, let me see here. Is there anything else I have written? Are you going to do anything that you can get rid of nuclear waste, or is it part of the charm of stockpiling nuclear waste until an area becomes uninhabitable?
Yeah, I mean, that is sort of part of the narrative, I suppose, in a way, right? Where it's nuclear waste is a problem. But yeah, we have thought about it.
See, I did have somebody who watched me for quite a while who happened to be a nuclear engineer. So he's like, "Oh, this isn't real. We could totally undo nuclear waste. There are things in the real world that you could do with it."
Yeah, that's true. We will add something. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, it's going to get really, really ridiculous. I mean, it already is kind of ridiculous, the amount of nuclear waste people have produced, and then they're just like, well. So, yeah, we'll do something. We'll do something.
Fortress finally elaborated. He basically wants the same thing I wanted with that JPEG image I'm going to send you. Like having a place for a conveyor and then have a door right next to it, because I believe that's what they want. Well, I know there's
like what.
Here's another thing I would love: under ramps. Do you even know what that is? If I were to say it outside.
Under ramps, no.
So you have a ramp.
I think I know.
So you have a ramp. I know you can. I don't know if you can see me, but you have a ramp going up.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, think of the wedge, the slant part going down instead of up, so that you can get symmetrical.
So is it like upside down kind of things, like
So basically a ramp upside down, so that make something that is symmetrical in my mind.
Right. So like you're saying, if you make like ramps going up, it isn't like step like on the bottom part. It's just a smooth ramp going up as well, because you could put these under ramps underneath.
So I'll write a picture, but
oh wait, I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So the slant part will go down so that it mirrors the ramp going up.
Yes, on the other side of the ramp.
Yes, going,
Yeah. I think we have. I don't think we're doing that, but I think we're creating. I think we're going to add ramps that are just the flipped version of the regular ramp, so that when you're building, you can add them in, so that you'll have these ramps that are still kind of smooth and look kind of symmetrical. Yeah. In that way, but not really in the way that you're saying.
Okay. Well,
and I think hopefully that would fulfill what the requirement that you want your idea for. I'm not sure.
Well, basically, when I came up with the idea, is you saw my train section where I was making my personal train. The train underneath it that was sitting there, I would have a ramp going up for the top train, and I wanted to mirror it on the underside of having a nice smooth way going down to the bottom train, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. Let me see here. Is there anything else I have on here?
The boy has a question.
The boy.
What is happening? We're talking.
Hey boy. Hey boy. How you doing? I'm interviewing Jace from Coffee Scene Studios, which makes Satisfactory. Because I like interviewing people now.
It's fun.
I love interviewing.
It's fun.
Oh, here's a suggestion I had from somebody that I talked to when I was telling people I was going to do this. Floors with holes for conveyor belts. So you don't have to have a whole opening for the conveyor lift to come in, but you can have like a small hole in the bottom. I don't know how he would be able to mesh and interact.
I heard of this idea recently, and I can't remember if it was from a community member or if it was actually from someone in the office. So I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's a good idea. By the way, we do have our QA site, the questions.satisfactorygame.com site. And it's a good place to leave suggestions. It is a little bit of a dumpster fire, unfortunately, and we're actively trying to fix it right now. The solution was just kind of temporary, I suppose. So now we're going to fix it and hopefully make it better. But we still actually do check all suggestions and bugs on that site. Our QA guy does. So I'm more than happy to talk about these suggestions here, but I just want to let people know as well that
guys, I'm going to suggest
that website. Yeah.
I'm going to suggest a few things on this site. You guys all need to go there and then upvote me. For a dirigible.
These are the best ideas for a dirigible. I'll give you an upvote for a dirigible.
Okay, here's the big thing I need. I need Satisfactory merchandise. Are you going to get that for me, like a hat?
Yeah, we're working on it. Oh shit. Yeah. Sorry, I just remembered something merch-wise that I forgot. Well, yeah, whatever. We're working on merch. Uh, it's just a little tricky because the thing with the merch is we're taking it pretty seriously. Actually, we want it to be really good quality stuff,
It's hard to do.
and we want to, yeah, and we want to make sure it's good quality and it's easy for folks to buy it, obviously, but also easy for us to get it to folks. We don't really care about making a profit on it. We just don't want to make a loss, but so we don't really care if it costs a lot of money to get it distributed and stuff. But we're just trying to hook all of that up right now. Decide on what merch we want. We got a bunch of feedback from people already. What kind of merch we want. Um, we got some other pretty cool ideas as well. So there's gonna be a Lizard Dogger plushie for sure. There might be other plushies. I think a constructor plushie would be really cute, like a little building.
Well, if well, here's another idea I had, and I don't know. You can tell your like promotions department if that's even I don't know.
It's me and someone else.
You and someone else. Okay, I'm going to talk to the right
Yeah.
person here. One of the ideas when
Yeah.
I was coming up with signs is, but it's going to have to go with the storyline, which we don't know and we won't find out. I would love to see Fix-It motivational signs for their employees, and then I want to buy it for my wall.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if we can figure out what it is, you could have a promotion for us people out here to help make it for you, and then be like, you could win your sign in my game.
Oh yeah, that could be pretty cool. Right? It gets kind of immortalized in the game. That's pretty fun. Yeah, I don't know. I think we have some ideas for those things like encroaching what is it, encroaching clearance or something like that.
Watch your
like
head.
stickers that we want to make, those would be pretty funny. So
Yeah, I would love to see.
so
some
here's
Fix-It.
another thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I'm pushing for: anime body pillows. All right, and it's
Love
gonna
it.
be me, Simon, and Snoot, and someone is gonna animeify us, and then put us on the body pillows, and people can buy Jace and Simon, and maybe a few other people from the office if they want.
Oh,
to.
another suggestion we have: corner ramps.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what's happening with those. I'm not sure. Maybe they'll be in the next one because we are adding some new foundation-y kind of things, including like ramps and stuff, I believe. So maybe I just genuinely don't know if they're coming in update 3, but maybe they will. Maybe they will. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking for corner ramps for sure. What's Justin said there? Will there be an energy source like the nuclear reactor, but that has nothing to do with uranium? Here's a leak. There will be. Whether it's update 3 or not, I can't tell you. What it is, I can't tell you. Do I know what it is? I do.
A solar wind generator.
Yeah.
Throw it into the sky.
I think we will do green energy. I think we will.
Well,
It's a no-brainer.
you can do the easy, the sun, the wind, stopgap measures that will get you going. But then, of course, make it so that you can overdo it because
for sure.
if anything that's good enough to be done once is good enough to be done overdone.
Absolutely. And it'd be cool if like some forms of solar energy was available fairly early and you wanted to do like a green playthrough, and it might be harder, but it might be a fun little challenge you can set up for yourself. So,
Yeah, I was looking at some mods. They did have all that stuff. Oh, how about this farming?
Oh yeah.
I don't really care about like super mega food, but being able to recreate some more nuts when I run out because I've all noticed that every single tree that you take nuts off of just sits there and doesn't make more.
Oh, no, it does not. Yeah, that is. I think that is something that we also consider to be a problem. So I'm sure everyone will be happy to hear that, and so something will be done to address it. As for farming, another thing that we thought of, like most of the mods that have come out are things that we've already thought seriously of. And when I say thought of, that means maybe we canned it, or maybe it's coming. It's just not in the schedule right now. So maybe we'll see farming. Another thing that people have thought of is like breeding. So like maybe you can like breed lizard doggos or something like that. I wanted to add cooking. so that you could like go to the hub and like make burgers. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of fun things that can be done.
Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, so what do I got through here? Um, escalators is another one on my list. I think that's funny. Okay.
Escalator. Can't you just use a conveyor belt?
No, but this one goes up, and it's for you. In the ramp section, instead of having a ramp, you can put it up to power, and you can just stand there and let you go up for you because you can be lazy. That'd be awesome.
But you can do that with a conveyor belt. just
but this one has stairs. Okay.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm just gonna sit there. Okay, here's another good question for you. I ask this to many people out in the world.
All right.
You're going to the beach. Is it barefoot, sandals, or water socks?
Water socks?
Yes.
What is that?
Okay, so in America, we have specialized stuff. Yeah. Basically, it's plastic sole and an elastic thing on top, which kind of looks like a sock. Because we like to overdo anything and everything we could possibly get or imagine. So it's called a water sock.
Okay. Well, I clearly don't wear that. You know what I do wear? I wear thongs.
On your feet? That's terrible.
Yes, on my feet. Well, because in Australia, thongs are flip-flops, right?
Okay.
I guess you would say flip-flops, yeah. And we call them thongs in Australia.
Okay, so in America, thongs are you wear other places.
G-strings. Yeah. What about a Jace in game? Someone like a fix-it-in-play says random things if you stop by.
We need in-game cardboard cutouts of everyone who works at Copy Stain Studios.
All dressed up like engineers, and we're all like,
yes,
like fix it is great.
I would love it.
That'd be pretty good.
Well, here's something for me.
A picture of, yeah.
A question for me. Could you do me a favor and ask around your office and see if anyone else would be willing to be interviewed by me?
I can.
I would. If Hannah wanted to talk about how trees are placed in the relation to rocks, I'm good for it. I will totally talk about that for an hour.
Yeah.
And
I say just hit them up, man. And we'll have to see. Because I don't know I don't know what their sort of feel is on doing interviews. Maybe they'll do it. Just ask them.
I know they'll get interviewed by you, but I was wondering if they'd get interviewed by me.
Yeah.
I don't know how long you have to ask yourself in order to get them to do interviews themselves.
Well, the thing is, for me, it's for me, it's kind of my job to do this. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not saying I don't want to do this. I'm having a great time here. Don't get me wrong, but when I get these opportunities, it's important for me to just kind of be let's do it, and then have some fun, and get to know the person I'm talking to, and chat with their chat, and so there's always that sort of level of value there for me as well as a community manager. But the others, it depends, because to them it's I don't know. It depends on whether they want to, basically.
Yeah. Okay. They have no more suggestions for me, and I think most of my stuff is emptied or was answered earlier, and I had to take it off my list because you already answered it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do this again. I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to wait till I get more questions because we could just talk.
We just gotta
chat about random stuff. That would work for me.
Just gotta I think we'll just let it simmer for until more things can be speculated about update 3 or something, and then we'll hit each other up again. And yes.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, last chance. Last chance to ask one more thing. Oh, proprietary Fix-It navigation modules for autopilot.
Let's see, proprietary Fix-It navigation is for. Proprietary Fix-It navigation modules. What do you mean by those modules though? What would those modules do? Fortress will respond. You went too late, man. You went too late.
No, we have a few minutes.
Yeah.
We if we're going to talk for an hour, we still have, since we started about 10 minutes late, we still have 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I apologize because I know you're 9 hours from my time, so it's not
That's okay.
1 o'clock in the morning. It's not 1 p.m. here. It's 10 p.m. there.
Yeah,
And,
it's 10, yeah. But I took a nap earlier today, so I'm good.
Okay. Rather than just default auto nav on vehicles, you would need to have these modules from Visit to do it. Oh, so basically an enabler for.
Oh.
So you'd have another thing
I
in order
think
to get things working.
I think it's hard to do that because it would then be hard to justify the vehicles at all, especially when the first vehicle you get is the tractor. The tractor is not very good to drive around with.
It's true.
So the main purpose of the vehicles is to be automated, is to create a relatively cost-efficient way to carry large masses of resources a long distance, right? Rather than you forking out a bunch of iron or whatever to create conveyor belts or whatever. So then by taking away their automation and requiring that to be enabled, I think would then basically like remove the purpose. No one would be building tractors in the beginning until they could immediately upgrade them, I think. So I don't know if that's a thing that could be done. But he's also saying there are kinds of things like radar emitters. Yeah, sure. Like maybe more complex things that could be added on top of the autopilot, I guess. Yeah, could be interesting. But yeah, I would have to think of what those could be.
Oh, here's something I have that's a bug. So, many times when I was using your excellent vehicles, I wasn't paying attention because I stream and I look at my chat, and I've run off the edge of cliffs before, to the abyss below. Here's the thing that's the bug. The GPS never goes away. So it's still on my map.
On your compass?
It's on the compass and the map. So it's still there, and I'm like, but I want to get rid of it because I can't use it. It's
yeah,
gone.
That's a little annoying. Yeah, that's a little annoying. Yeah, you just want to rip that Band-Aid off, right? You don't want to relive the trauma.
Yeah, every time I open my map, I can go, hey, look, there's the 3 vehicles I've run off edges.
Oh no, Becky's still down there. Hello, Red Boy, by the way. Hey, JH.
Hey, Red Boys, thanks for showing up. Oh, they want to talk about pipes, but we don't care about that, right?
No, we can ban that person right now.
We can. Okay, guys, I think they're going to introduce pipes. They're going to be sewer pipes. They're not really useful. They have a lot of sludge in them. Yeah, we don't have to worry about them.
Gonna make half pipes.
Ooh, half pipes and skateboards. Awesome. Fantastic. Skateboarding in the
Is
game.
a good idea. Yeah, skateboarding confirmed.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there it is. There's your what's the word I'm looking for here? There's your exclusive.
My exclusive.
Skateboards confirmed.
Skateboards, pads, helmets, we're all good.
Yep. And if you pay for the DLC, you can get the Tony Hawk avatar skin that you can't see because it's a first-person game.
It's true. It's very true. He will be mute. Red Boy's actually my mod, so he's gonna mute people for pipes. It's terrible.
But they put the love hard. I guess we could forgive them.
Ooh, they want hoverboards.
Hoverboards.
That would be awesome.
Cool.
Except for if you go over water, because they don't work over water.
No, not with that attitude.
No. I'm going off of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Back to the Future 2, yeah.
Respawn the critters. Yeah, I was talking to someone about that earlier today, actually. That they they made a bunch of ammo, and then all the they killed all the monsters, and then they're like, well, what do I do with it now? So I
Yeah,
think there's
I made a whole depot. All it has is the ammo that you make in game.
yeah.
I don't ever go there because I don't need any. But I made it because
Yeah.
it's my weapon depot and I have weapons.
So yeah, it's just nice to have, right? Just in case. Just in case the lizard doggers rise up. Oh, whoa, he actually got muted.
And he unmuted
No.
him. He unmuted him right after.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's being fun.
That's pretty funny.
Okay. Do you know if they've actually fixed the upgrade for the rebar gun?
What's the upgrade for the rebar gun?
Well, the last expansion you guys did, we had like upgrade to the rebar gun, which was supposed to just like make it a shotgun, basically, like have
Right.
lots of ammo, and then it didn't work, and then it was gone because it didn't work. So
I
like,
didn't know
oh
about that.
wait, this wasn't supposed to be enabled because we didn't actually implement the workingness of this particular thing. We'll just get rid of it.
It's funny because we've done that before with the Mark II rifle way back when.
That was the same
Like,
time.
how
It was the same time as the Mark II rifle that this rebar gun was in.
Yeah. Well, in that case, it was probably the same problem where we, like, I know with the Mark II rifle, we we had made it before, but it was like cut from the game. But we just forgot. We just forgot that it was. So it wasn't that it was bugged. It's just we forgot to remove it. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
maybe it was
scatter
just that.
rebar gun was what it was called.
Scatter rebar gun.
So so for next time we talk, you need to figure out if it's cut, then we will stop worrying about it. We won't. It's gone. Don't have to worry about it anymore. But if it's going to come back, we want it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
I can understand that.
Okay, guys. I took this guy's time for an hour. He was willing to talk to me and you guys. Hopefully I did a good job for my first interview.
Yeah. So I think you did a great job, by the way. I've done a few of these, and I think you've done a really good job. Yeah, and I had a really good time. So I props to you, man.
I didn't overstimulate on things you have no control over.
No, not at all. Way less than others do.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, for sure. And don't take that as a hint that you can go harder.
No, I'm not going to.
No.
I want to do this again, so you got to be on the good side.
Yeah. No, it was a pleasure. I had a lot of fun. So.
Now, if you want to talk about Tomorrow People, Tomorrow Children, we can totally do that because I know you were pivotal in that game. What was that game about? We'll end off something nothing to do with Satisfactory. What was that game about?
So, okay, one thing. Red Boy's asking who I am. My name's Jace. I'm the community manager at Coffee Stain, working on Satisfactory. Tomorrow Children was this really, really weird game made by Q Games in Japan. And I worked with them for 3 months, just like temporarily before I came to Sweden, on that game. It was a PS4 game, and you play as a little Russian doll girl. You go up into this area called the Void. It's just this big, white, shiny, flat lands, and you need to rebuild society. And in order to do that, you need to take buses to big mountain heads, mine the heads, go in there, collect Russian dolls, take them back, and make them people again. The game didn't work out very well. But it was really fun to work on. It was actually an incredibly pretty game, and it was actually quite good. But it was very, let's say, weird and non-conventional, and I guess it didn't take off. It wasn't very fun.
You said it was a Japanese game,
either,
so I wouldn't say it was weird because I've seen most Japanese games.
Yeah.
You're a grasshopper, and your job is to grasshopper.
Just to grasshopper, yeah. I mean, I liked it. I think it was a good game. I'm really proud of the fact that I got to work on it. I mean, I was only on it for 3 months. The game was in development for like 2 years. So and a lot of the things that I did do still made it into the game at the end. So that was really nice as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's a weird game. You can look it up on YouTube, and you'll just be like, oh, this is strange, and then you'll probably move on.
And what did you do on the Kinect? What did you do programming wise on that?
Oh, that was a prototype that I did for a theme park that I used to work at. I didn't work at the theme park. I worked for the company who owned the theme park, so I was a programmer, but I was based in the theme park. And so I did this like because Connect obviously has the camera, right? But it also has like spatial audio. And
Yeah.
so I did this thing which was like I was creating a prototype for this thing called like an audio tug of war to get groups of people to like so that they could scream and then the other ones would scream and then whoever would win, like whoever's screaming loudest, this like the rope of the tug of war thingy would go one way or the other.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
it was a prototype of that. Yeah, just to like engage people out in the theme park, but didn't work out. Yeah, I couldn't really get it off the ground, so that's okay.
Oh well. Okay. That's it. That worked for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
One
what
more
did?
thing that I'm
Yeah.
excited about. Okay, I've been so a few years ago, while Satisfactory began, I was working on a different project, a project of my own, and that one we made a prototype of it, a really good prototype, and then we canceled the game. But now I'm fixing it up, and I'm going to release it for free. Coffee Stain will release that game for free next year. So look forward to that, folks. A new free game.
I'm for it. I'll play it, review it, give a
It's and
scathing review.
it's top secret. It's a game that I can't tell anyone what it is until they play it. So and
Awesome.
yeah, it's interesting.
Okay.
Wait, a British guy who creates games there is a Jesus? What? I'm not.
Well.
I ain't British.
Oh, there's a bug. Okay. Anyway, to fix the bug with building, you put a foundation down and you leave the area and come back and despawns all enemies. Oh,
Whoa.
that's not a bug. That's how you get rid of enemies without having to fight them.
uh, I've never heard of that one, Chris. Maybe our QA tester has. Maybe he's seen people talk about it, or maybe he's found it himself. But I recommend you check out our QA site, questions.satisfactorygame.com. It's a good place to log all of your bugs or suggestions there.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
I'll add
then
it.
it stays there.
I'll add it to the down below on my list of things like your Twitter and things like that. Okay, guys, we're going to go. We have, not only grilled him so much on Satisfactory, but, as far as I know, I'm the only person who drilled him about his personal life. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Aside from Snoot, but he did an interview only about me. So it's you and Snoot so far. But I liked your intro. You've had the best intro so far.
Well, thank you. I worked really hard on that. So, yeah. I would like to interview Snut next. I would. I would love to. So tell him, and then I have his Twitter now. I will also tell him. So if I get it from both you and him, then I have probably 1.5 chance of getting him to say yes. We can talk programming.
Yeah, sure.
I know basic programming, but of course I knew
There we
programming
are.
back in Pascal. So, high-tech stuff.
Yes. Alrighty.
Okay, so thank you for. I don't know how to end these things. It was nice. It's fantastic.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you very much for having me here. Thanks to everyone who hung out. That was cool.
And yeah, I'm done.
Catch you later.
Let's wave. Let's wave. Ready? Wave. Bye.